Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd do a quick video on this situation over in Egypt, partly brought on, of course, by Make-Hay Electric's recent video. Quick shout out to Make-Hay, love you brother, keep the videos coming, don't worry about them, they're trolls. Okay, moving on folks. One thing I've noticed is with many videos regarding the Egyptian situation, looking at the comments, looking at video after video, channel after channel, comment after comment after comment, one thing I've noticed is that folks are getting in this concept based on what the leftist occupied media is saying, that oh, they're fighting for freedom and they're trying to get rid of a vicious authoritarian dictator, blah 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 blah. Well, okay, probably he is. There's one thing you got to keep in mind though, is who is going to take his place? That's the $64,000 question. And what I'm seeing is that a lot of folks are taking it upon themselves to assume that who's going to take their place is freedom-loving people with democracy in mind, or even better would be a constitutional republic, of course, just like ours. And that's what's going to occur. The only problem is that most folks, it seems, have not done their homework. They are assuming that, and like the saying goes, do not assume. Or as Ronald Reagan would say, you may trust, but by God, you better verify, because if you don't, you may get screwed. Verify who it is that you think that you're supporting. Don't just jump in the fray and think, oh, okay, these guys are fighting for freedom and democracy. Okay? Look into their backgrounds. Look to see who it is that's trying to take power. Looking at one video here, I saw this one over at Fuck You Obama 1's channel, Darren. By the way, another shout out to Darren. Love you, brother. Love your channel. Love the videos you post in your favorite section. This is one of them. It's called TP Loving It Martial Law, question mark, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now let's blow this up. You get to 4 minutes and 45 seconds in the video, thereabouts. Okay, let's see what it says here, if I can get this to go to full screen. Come on, computer. Okay, there we go. And when you scroll down, they're talking about the different groups that are fighting to seize control of Egypt. Well, lo and behold, look at here. Let's see. Well, you've got the Muslim Brotherhood, of course, and a few others, and revolutionary socialist movements. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what's another name for a revolutionary socialist? That would be communists. Is that what you want? Is that who you want to support? You want communism? This morning I woke up. I turned on the news. I believe it was CNN. This is January 31st, 2011. Okay? And they were showing protests. I believe it was Jordan, another country that's going through this type of stuff. And there was a bunch of protesters standing around a group, and they were all holding flags. Okay? These are the same types the media, the leftist media, is telling you they're fighting for, quote, freedom and democracy. Okay, now, what kind of flags was it that they were holding? Okay, yeah, let's see what kind of symbols their flags had. Well, it looks, this is what they had on their flag. Okay? Right there. Okay. All right, yeah, they're gonna fight back against oppression and stuff. What, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? You want that. That's who you're gonna blindly back. Did Albania not already go through communism? Did they not get to break away from it? Okay, look at this. Let's take a look here. Sky News. There you go. There's a Sky News report. Okay, this is Albania. 3 die in Albania protest. Let's see where it says here. Okay. Tensions have been mounting for months between Albania's conservative government and the main opposition socialist party. That's who you have fighting in Albania. That's who you have running around Jordan with certain types of flags, waving certain types of symbols. Okay? What was it Iraq had for a leader before we invaded? That was Saddam Hussein. And what was the name of his political party? Some may know it as the Ba'ath Party. It was the Ba'ath Socialist Party. Okay? On other news, they were showing protesters over in Switzerland. Okay, same thing. They were protesting the events in Egypt. And they're holding their little protest signs. And what was it they were demanding on their protest signs? It was a thing called social justice. Not equal justice, social justice. Social justice is a radical leftist terminology. Okay? They showed protesters in Washington, D.C. They too were protesting what was happening in Egypt. And what was it their protest sign said? Who did they identify as the organization that was financing and organizing these protests? Well, it was a little organization called Answer.org. Okay, is that Egyptian? No, those are radical leftists. Okay, I was watching the White House press conference this morning, and one of the things Obama's press secretary said that Egypt needs for reforms is to, quote, listen to the voices of non-governmental organizations. Yeah, I'll just bet. And what kind of NGOs do you think those are going to be that they're going to be flooding Egypt and Jordan and anybody else, Albania, with? What kind of NGOs do you think they're going to be, folks? Okay, bottom line to this is, guys, this is a cautionary video. Don't let your emotions sweep you away in the moment, thinking automatically that folks are revolting against oppression, etc., etc., etc. Some of them may be, that may be the case, but the point is, who is it that's going to seize control of power? And when you see dangerous people with hammers and sickles trying to seize control of the country, watch out. If and when the economy collapses in this country, that is what's going to occur here. The radical socialists and communists in the United States who have been trying to do this for decades now, they have the same dream in their mind. They want to see October 1917 occur in this country. This is what they dream of. Destroying capitalism, destroying capitalists, and having a wonderful communist, socialist revolution in this country. Don't get suckered into it, folks, okay? Don't let your emotions get swept away by these people. Don't let them manipulate you, okay? We went through something like this in 1979, okay? We had another radical leftist administration led by Jimmy Carter. Same thing. Oh, there's a revolution occurring in Iran. So Jimmy Carter pulled his support for a U.S. ally. That was the Shah of Iran. Was he a dickhead? Yeah, he was, okay? But he was an ally. So Jimmy Carter pulled support from the Shah. They got all these people in the streets with a revolution fighting against a vicious dictator. Yeah, and what did we get in return? We got 444 days of a hostage situation. Our Marines blindfolded, right? We went through all of that. Now we've got 30 years of radical Islam in Iran, to where they're supposedly building nuclear weapons. It's going to threaten Israel, etc., etc., etc. Oh boy, that was a great idea, wasn't it? Okay? So this is what I'm saying, folks. Please look into who these organizations are. Don't automatically assume that there's going to be American-style constitution and democracy and all that stuff. You need to pay attention as to what's going on, okay? And that's all I'm saying. Do not go for this crap that any revolution is better than no revolution at all. Oh, no, no, no. No, we won't be doing that. You need to start looking, okay, at what you're supporting. Okay? Start looking at what you are supporting, folks. Okay? Oh, that's okay. They're not, them socialists ain't that bad. Really? Start reading the Gulag Archipelago by Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Okay? You think they're not that bad? I'll tell you what, folks. If you support the hammer and sickle, you are an enemy of the Second Amendment. Take a look at all these socialist countries that have banned guns. Okay? Look at the United Kingdom. They confiscated all their handguns, all their so-called assault rifles, damn near everything, and they melted them down without compensation. Okay? Radio talk show host Michael Savage, banned from the country. Why? Conservatives are banned, as well as other folks from Holland and just anywhere else. There is no such thing as talk radio in the United Kingdom. Nothing like Rush Limbaugh and Michael Savage and Mark Levin, you know, all them banned. Banned. It's total socialist control over there. No guns allowed, or it takes an act of God to get even a shotgun or a little rifle of some kind. Okay? Is that what you're supporting? Start reading. Okay? Gulag. That's what the hammer and sickle stands for. That's what the Che Guevara t-shirts stand for. Okay? Don't get suckered into blindly supporting movements that you know nothing about. Okay? Look into who it is that's causing the situation and then make your decision. Okay? That's all I'm saying, folks. Please, 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 please look into it. If you want to support a revolution, if you want to support some kind of revolution, there's only one type of revolution to support, and I'll tell you what that is. Right there. That's the only type of government you should be supporting right there. A constitutional government with a constitution, with a Bill of Rights, with unalienable rights. Okay? That's my 2 cents for today. Thanks for watching.